How do you know all those tunes? How do you memorize them all? What tunes do you know? What tunes should I know? That was a question I was asking of musicians when I first got to town in Nashville. And now I find that that's questions a lot of other musicians are asking me. Especially after I posted a video of me playing 3-4 hour gigs in one day, mainly with people I'd never met before. It brings up a really good point about playing in Nashville, about how it is very unique here, and there's some unique skills you need to develop. And I want to talk about 5 points here in this video about what you need to develop and the uniqueness about it. So let's talk about number 1. Regardless of your background, regardless of where you come from, you're probably going to need to spend some intentional time developing these skills. There's no easy way around it. You need to develop time to listening, to writing out charts to figure out what songs to play and where and when. But one crucial thing I want to implore to everybody is that it takes time, it takes patience, regardless of your skill level. So number 2, set your target. Do you want to be playing only country music? Do you want to be playing pop? Do you want to be playing rock? Do you want to be playing emo? Because trust me, there are scenes for all of those in Nashville, and they occur at different times in different places with different groups. Some people play them all. Some people play just one style. Some people dabble here and there. But really set your target. And how do you know how to set that target? You have to go out and hear what people are playing, see what people are doing, meet those people, write down a list of those songs. Find your targets. Number 3, get used to hearing songs in your head. Get used to hearing a recording, committing it to memory. And this is what I mean by hearing it in your head. Can I sit down on the drums and play the form of a song without hearing any of the other instruments? Do I know a song that well? And that takes a lot of time. So how did I go about approaching that? Well, I never really heard country music, played it before I came to Nashville. I spent a good 6 months just with AirPods in, just listening to music at all times a day and just having it in the background, absorbing it through osmosis. You don't realize how much you rely on a recording or the other instrumentalists until you do this on your own, or until you get on a gig where other people are unsure of it. Test yourself, because trust me, when you get up on stage, it's a whole different world. So number 4, have a short memory. You are going to mess up some songs. That's inevitable. Don't let it mess with your head. You are going to have some rocky moments when you first start playing these gigs. Don't let it shake your confidence. Have a short memory saying, all right, that was the last song. Playing that last song has nothing to do with the song coming up. I need to forget about it. Maybe write down, I need to practice that song or listen to it again when I get home. But right now, you're going on to the next song. I've seen that destroy people's confidence and just totally mess up the gig and make it a long day. Conversely, I've seen other musicians do that, and they've messed up a song on a gig, and I make sure to tell them, hey, we got a long gig, man, don't worry about it. Because really, if you focus on these things, it's gonna mess with your head. So number 5 is learn how to prioritize. What things to learn about a song, and learn how to prioritize what things you don't have the time or the space for. You can only memorize so many things. One thing that I've learned is that if I don't know a song, I need to make sure I know the count off, the tempo, and the ending. Also a feel for it. And then over time, if you play enough of a style, enough of a certain genre, or with a group of people, you can kind of start feeling out, okay, these are the benchmarks for this style of music, or even for this song, and you can put your own stamp on it. Sometimes people get caught up in the minutia and want to play everything note for note, line for line, and that's great and that's commendable. I would say if you're doing on Broadway, 90% of the people, both musicians and the patrons, they're not going to be checking for every single specific detail. Be comfortable putting your own spin on it, or say, this is the version I'm going to play today, and know that it's holding true to the really important fundamentals of the song, but you're also not focusing on every single note, every single fill. There are some signature licks and signature fills you need to know, but you can only figure that out given time. So that was just 5 tips of probably about 100 I could give about playing in Nashville. Really, I want to know, what do you want to know? What would be helpful to you? What's on your mind? Because this channel is all for you. It's not about me. I'm just using myself as a vehicle to explain what it's like working as a professional musician, specifically a musician starting over in Nashville. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments, shoot me a message. I'm here to really help other people because a lot of these questions I had when I came to town, and I didn't have a quick, easy answer for them. And I want to make these a little bit more accessible to people. But in saying that, also realize there's no quick, easy anything. It just takes time, work, and effort. So if I can help you be a little bit more intentional with that effort, target what you want to do, shoot me a message. So again, thanks for watching. I hope to see you on a gig. Hope to play a gig with you. See you out there.